Coach, how good does it feel to have Stephen Campbell out here at practice? You had him a lot during games, but to actually have him at practice?
It's been great. It's been 2 days in a row now that he hasn't hurt himself, so that's a pleasant surprise for us. He's really playing fast. Everybody is right now. We've got some rookies that are a little bit slow right now, but having Steve out there really elevates our depth.
And how impressed are you with the DBs? The fact that a lot of them couldn't go through spring, but a lot of retention.
I was very impressed. When you really haven't done anything since January, to come out and pick things up as well as T-Fred has, as well as Steven has, who else? Coriel and Lionel. Really pleased by how quickly they played and picked things up.
You feel like the depth's just that much better because of a guy like Tony Hurd had to step in there and really basically start during the spring.
Absolutely, and that's going to be great for Tony. That the fact that he got all those extra reps because he's playing at a faster pace. I don't know. I've never had a defense where we've had this much quality depth in the secondary, so I'm excited about them.
Coach, what impresses you most about Caleb Russell, especially in the last 6 months or so?
Well, he's really become a more complete football player. He's learned our package. He's always had a great motor, but he's been able to focus much better because he knows what to do. It's one thing to be the whirling dervish that he was, not going in the right direction half the time, but he's really focused in on his assignments, and he's really a force. He's always been a physical freak as far as his explosiveness, but now when you channel that into the right direction, he really becomes a force for us.
What is your expectation of him?
I expect him to be a starter. With him and DeMontre competing at that spot, I think we're really going to have something there depth-wise. They're both going to push each other, and he's going to be a force for people to have to protect against.
Is DeMontre?
What do you think of the combination of Stewart and Baggs from what you've seen so far?
I've really been pleased with what they've retained. Jonathan, I think, got much better this spring. I think having him in that first huddle right now, he's playing with some confidence. And Donnie Baggs, having Stu next to him, Stewart really knows the game well, so he's able to communicate with him, but Donnie's retained a lot. Having him in spring ball has really given him a chance to where, with 27 more practices, he could be a starter for us day one, and I would feel comfortable.
Is DeMontre starting to get it, or is he taking strides, mentally?
Yeah, on the football field, he's always been a smart
Right.
player, hasn't been consistent. He knows what he's doing wrong. We got to get him to be more consistent, and the first 2 days he's made good strides that way. But just like everybody out there right now, there's still too many mental mistakes.
Does it make you feel good to know that he's starting to kind of take a guy like Alexander, put his arm around him, and even teach him? Maybe that helps DeMontre because he learned from Von Miller.
Well, absolutely. What you want to do is establish a culture where the old guys teach the young guys, and that competition doesn't make them afraid of teaching younger guys that are talented, because it's going to make us all better. So I'm excited about how he's starting to step up. He needs to.